Let's actually get into the game, and then I'll be able to tell if it's dirt on the screen. Nope. That's interesting. A bird or some sort of thing in the graphic looked a lot like dirt on the screen. Oh, that's right. Now, before we go into Florida, we have one more thing to do. That's the ravine. Huh. I think we can get there. Let's see if we can get there from over here. We got a bit of cleanup to do. Luckily, it's not inside the manor. Oh, whoop. I say luckily it's not inside the manor, and then I go inside the manor. And now, we don't have that thing casting spells at us anymore. Whatever it was. Okay. Run over here, grab that. Oop, up. Do, 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 do. Where are you? Now it's over here. I'm just not 100% sure where you happen to be. Although I have been enjoying the regeneration of the Wondrous Physic. But with what we're going into, I don't think we're gonna. I don't think that's something we're gonna be needing. It's not down there, no. Although with that outcropping, you could actually get across to down there. I said we're going to Florida today. I should probably mean what I say and not start exploring other areas, but again, that just kind of circles back to a point that I made on a different day, is that I fucking love games where you just like you're not pointed in a direction and told to go in that direction. You like that's what I really enjoy about Elden Ring, is it's just like, all right, here's a bunch of crap. Have fun. What the fuck? Consult my notes. Is that really it? Huh. Well, no fucking wonder I couldn't figure it out. Wrong little outcropping. What the hell? Zit. Whoops. Demetrius was in here a minute ago. I don't know where the hell he ran off to. He got the ever-loving crap scared out of him earlier today. I had taken my desk here. I have a corner desk that's like right here. And then right over here is my PC. So I've been having, like, I guess you could call it space issues with this little area that I sit in for like all my gaming and well, currently also for work stuff, because can't do a lot on the laptop right now. I don't have any software installed. I don't have um and it's just like, by all accounts, it's objectively slower and would take longer, and it's less efficient. Whoop. There we go. Just mash R1. There we go. We want that. Let's see if there one. God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm not super chatty right now, but I had eggs for breakfast earlier today. And I'm not exactly feeling super great. It's probably the best way I could word that. I actually feel a little bit like sick to my stomach, I guess. Might be the nicest way of putting it. I don't know how to describe it. It might be a food intolerance that I'm dealing with. But it's like sometimes when I eat eggs, everything's fine. Other times when I eat eggs, I will feel sick to my stomach for the entire day. There's no middle ground. Oop. Kill these stomping buttheads, but before we go in and kill another little overworld boss. Oh god. Oh Jesus Christ. Well. Shit. Don't fucking chill out there, dude. That up. That's only 200 runes, but it's like, it's a free 200 runes. Why would you just leave it sitting there? That was way too early. We're off to a great start today. Yeah, Stake America, so it's fine. I don't know if we want to grind this out just yet. As I promised Florida, I should probably deliver on Florida. So shithead's gonna go, I'm mad at you. Man, you killed my friend. I really don't like these enemies all that much. Even the underground ones, I don't like. The above ground ones, even less. You know, him get angry and big mad and swing all over the fucking place. You're not very good at this, are you? Same could be said for me. So I said we're going to Florida. We're gonna go to Florida. That is... We're gonna go see if we can't find Disney World. We'll come back for this fucking shithead later. He's right there. Take us all 30 seconds to get to him. So let's go into Florida. Gotta try and find Disney World. I heard that little Aggie went there. We gotta save him. I honestly, I don't know where he went. I just know that he's on vacation right now. It's been a boring week post-stream. Because I usually, like, that's one of the, like, the first things I'll do after stream is I'll turn on his stream if he's on. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to... No. I don't want to fight this guy. I don't know if I ever want to fight this guy. That's, you know, that's one of the minor, I guess more minor complaints of... Oh! I missed this one. Part of the small list of gripes, I guess you could say, about Elden Ring. Like, it has flaws. And I think anybody who, you know, if you like a game and you try and, like, pass it off as, like, oh, it's the perfect game, it can do no wrong, you're doing a disservice not only to that game, but to, like, all future and aspiring developers as well. There does not yet exist a game that I think deserves the title of perfect game. I don't think that exists yet. Let's bring this coaster over here. And I don't know if that will ever exist. We have this idea of, you know, what essentially is the perfect game. And I don't know if we can ever actually comprehend perfection, like actual true perfection, because we are just by design and by our nature imperfect beings. So how will we know if something is perfect? Have we ever seen anything that is perfect? I don't think we have. That wasn't very smart. Somebody comes at you, clearly fishing for backstabs. The thing to not do is lock yourself into a throwing animation that's slow as fuck. Something else just decided to fucking off itself, I guess. I've been over there? I don't think I have. That's not... Is that Fort Gale? I guess it is. Yeah, we gotta do Celia Crystal Tunnel as well. Which has... Again, annoying enemies. I think the attack of the annoying enemies that I'm worried about now, though, called Pest Threads. It's a spell you can get in the game. Is this the Rock Cave? The Scarlet Rock Cave? No. I don't think this is that. It is a big mine shaft, though. because they dug too greedily and too deep. They awoke nothing but shadow and flame. Okay. I got that quote all wrong, but... Hello, Caddis. Welcome back to the stream. It's nice to see you again. Hope you had a good day. Today we're in Florida. This is Florida. We took out Renala yesterday. And also the manor. Yeah, the Carria Manor. Now we're going to make our way to Radon. And that's purely... Okay, dude. Depends on who you ask is probably the correct statement. Or the most unbiased statement. In my opinion, Florida is not a place where you should aspire to live. Seinfeld, actually, the TV show Seinfeld made a joke about Florida. Like, nobody goes to Florida. That's where you go to die. And Jerry's parents look at him like, I'm sorry, fucking what? He's like, not you. Older people. But yeah, no, Florida is... It's definitely a location that exists inside the world. It's the home of a ton of fucking crystal meth. And the first case I've ever witnessed of cannibalism, when somebody got like high on bath salts and decided to eat some dude's face off. It's full of bugs and insects that their single overpowering goal in life is to kill you. Kind of like it's like the Australia of North America. And the people there are usually several levels of psychotic. Like, even the people who live in Florida have accepted the fact that Florida is not a good state. It is not a good place. And nobody in their right mind actually has a desire to live there. There's one of my online friends actually... What? Who got the... Oh, shit. Well. God, I love the crit value on this dagger. A dick. I just wanted to do that at least once. I really like that spell. I know it's not like the best spell ever or anything like that, but it's a pretty solid spell. Oh, we also got a new gesture that we're actually going to need for a side quest. This is the other thing that we got. And obviously, you know, Renala's hat would indicate that we did beat Renala. Did not like her summoning phase. She was actually being a real dick yesterday. Somehow many Germans associate Florida not as negative as Texas as the worst state. Texas is also... Well, I wouldn't say Texas is the worst. Ted Cruz is, but that's not Texas's fault. That's conservatives' fault. Texas is just like everybody there, like, and I know some good people from Texas. I don't really know many good people from Florida, especially since like my grandparents and everything, they've all passed away. Like, I really don't know anybody from Florida that I would consider a good person. guess this thing fucking decided he wanted to... I don't know if it actually works, but I always do mash R1 and L1. Holy crap, man. What the fuck is going on here? Alright. Whoop. Drink that up. Oh, what's wrong? But yeah, Texas is like, I guess the consensus about Texas is that everything, like, they have an obsession with everything being, like, large and big and over the top. Yeah, there's a lot of people that will, you know, that like the saying everything is bigger in Texas. That includes the lunatics too, unfortunately. I'm not a big fan of the South in general, at least in America. And it has nothing to do with like anything that the country or that portion of the country did. It's just the people that I've met and where they tend to be from. It's usually people from the South that I end up clashing and butting heads with. And I really hate people who do this. They'll put like a message right on top of a ladder, so you have to sit there and fight with either the message. Like, what are you gonna get? Are you gonna get the message, or are you gonna get... I'm getting real sick of your shit, dude. You don't have much information about the state, and there's not much of it on German media, so it's more cliche. Yeah. But unfortunately, like a lot of what you see that might be, you might think is like, oh, that's over the top. That's gotta be satire. There's no way it's that messed up. And it's like, no. Unfortunately, a lot of the South is just kind of really backwards in this country. Probably the nicest way I can put that is that people are a little bit backwards. The fuck are you doing here? This is a random place for this dude to show up.
Oh, the esteemed warrior. Where did you spring from? This was supposed to be a dead end, I'm sure of it. What's going on here? A door.
The state that I was born in. I think we talked about that a while ago, actually. I believe he told me it was Hessen was the state. Wiesbaden was the Germany. Wiesbaden, Germany. Wiesbaden, I believe, is the city. The state was Hessen, and the country was Germany. And I was born. I think it was either the embassy or an Air Force base. I can't recall which.
It's time I set off to the festival at Redmayne Castle on the southern edge of the scarlet rot blighted Caelid Wilds. Doesn't the thought just set your heart aflutter?
But yeah, I don't know a whole... Let's see if he's... Okay. The fact that there's a grace here, like right next to the boss area, is very convenient. So then I can rest here. And item crafting. Let's go ahead and top off our pots. I probably should have farmed some smoldering butterflies, but I really didn't have time to do any of that today. So let's go into here. Is this going to be that magma worm thing? Oh, yep. One of these fucking guys, of course. Whoop. Alright, well, that's all you're gonna fucking do, then. Don't step in the fire. That's the first tip about this boss fight. Don't step in the fire. Alright, let's try again. Oh, he pulls it back. Okay. Well, let's whoop. Hmm. Let's whoop. Pop this real quick. Get our. That was way too early. Yep. Whoop. Hmm. Uh. Excuse me, game, but what the fuck are you doing? Hmm. Oh. Well, I sort of clipped him. Whoop. Sip up. Alright, let's just finish this off. Shit. There we go. Oh, wait. Doctor touchdown. Moonveil. Not a weapon I think I'm going to be using, but it's not a bad weapon. A lot of people actually abuse the crap out of this in the first playthrough. Yeah, it has a transient moonlight weapon art. You sheath the blade, holding it at the hip in a composed stance. Follow up with either a normal or strong attack to draw the blade at great speed. Instant for an instant slash attack. Both attacks fire off a wave of light. You get like this little beam that shoots out of the sword. And for a lot of people, that was like their first. German TV is obsessed with crime thrillers. There are two thriller series that both play in a major city in Germany. Furthermore, there are many more funny or realistic. Many more shows. Hmm? Wonder. When you say many more, are you referencing like shows? When you say many more, the fuck does that really spit me out here? Interesting. You go to Florida and you wind up in Limgrave. Let's see here. Get up here. What on earth is this over here? I know what this is that I'm looking at, but is there like anything of them? Nope, there's just a shitload of dogs. I don't really want to fucking fight the dogs, so whoosh. Up we go. Never say no to a free 200 runes that are just lying on the ground for the taking. Unless it's like way out of my way, but then, you know, I most likely won't see the skull. An interesting thing about all these swords is like the big sword has usually some sort of inscription on it that you can read. Lord Godfrey, at the end of his campaign, his golden armies, unvanquished and unbowed, yet finds grace lost, tattered, and faded. Oh, hey, it's the Scarlet Rot Dogs. They fixed him. Scarlet Rot Dogs have been fixed. So yeah, we're gonna go here. No, it wasn't here. It was. I don't want to go to the oof. Prime Thriller series. We have whoop. Go give that a wide fucking breath. There we go. That's where we're trying to go. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, we're going into 4K. Crime Thriller series, we have many that are more lighthearted and not so realistic and dark. Yeah, we have a few like that. Like there's, I think the most popular one here in America right now, I don't know if it's still on the air. I think people have been like fighting to prevent it from getting canceled just because, well, I don't know if it's a worldwide problem, but at least in America, it's been a problem that like there are so many streaming services that people just are like, yeah, I can't keep up with this stuff anymore, so I'm just not gonna. Guess we're going into 4K. Excuse you, what? Whoop! Right around this corner. Down here, heal up. Get the fuck away from me, you fucking weird spell. And yikes. Hey! We had the same problem because we use the same streaming services. So yeah, it's more of a global problem that like my girlfriend, for example, she watches. Oh hi. She watches a ton. And when I say a ton, I mean absolutely a ton of television. One of her favorite shows is Monk. And so that's kind of like what I try to default to if we can't find something to watch. I'm just like, well, we can watch Monk because I haven't seen Monk. And that is what you would describe as a more lighthearted. Why don't we just... Go? I don't want to fight this guy. Don't worry. I'll have to deal with multiple of them at I forgot the name of the fort. But don't worry, I have to deal with. I'm not going to be able to like choose my way through all of those guys. But it's like, if I got ranged combat, why wouldn't I use the ranged combat? Let's back up and heal up. I could tell that that one felt off. Whoa! Well, that just happened. Alright, we're not going to fight up there. Come down here. And part of me was hoping that... What the fuck? Oh. Okay, well. But yeah, she loves my girlfriend. You know, she loves television. She loves, you know, like I said, she likes Monk. She likes The Office. Favorite movies, Empire Records. She loves consumable media, like a lot of that type of stuff. Whereas my preferred media to type of media to consume, we're all watching it right now. It's video games. I like to play video games. I like to experience the stories in video games. I like to, you know, explore the worlds and you know, get lost in the atmosphere and all that stuff. Can't do that with as well as easily. I would say you can't do it as easily with like movies and shows and stuff like that. I don't get as drawn into those. It's the one area where we have frequent like disagreements or arguments over it. It's not like a big like, oh my god, we're gonna break up because you don't like my movie or whatever. Like we tried watching Game of Thrones a while ago. Um, I wanted to see if that I thought she might like it because, you know, it's the one way, the one surefire guaranteed way I've been able to get people to take like high fantasy series seriously by introducing it. It's like, check out Game of Thrones. If Lord of the Rings is too like, you know, flowery and frilly for you, there's Lord of the Rings, or not Lord of the Game of Thrones. Like Game of Thrones to me is what you get if Lord of the Rings was loaded full of sex and violence. Oop. See him over there peeking. I take a drink while we sit here and wait for this idiot to go away. Maybe he heard the noise and wants to come take a look. Oh, while he stands there, let's did I hear footsteps? I did not. Alright, you have fun standing there menacingly. What's he doing? He's not doing anything. He's just standing there menacingly. Whoop. What? Let's put a free treasure chest in here. Qatar. What? I know the country. Is that another fist weapon though? Yep. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, my girlfriend's got a nice list of her favorite shows. I do have shows that I used to like. And, you know, I say used to because, well, you know, I used to like Game of Thrones. I used to, like, when I was a kid, I was fucking absolutely obsessed with The Simpsons. I still think it's a good show if you remove the later seasons. Like the earlier Simpsons shit was just straight up like comedy gold. Like when Conan O'Brien and all of them were working on the show. Whoop. Looks like we got our safe spot. Boom. Okay, he cannot. Apparently I can't either. Alright. Well, Jesus, dude. I don't even know if I want to fight him. We have public senders. These senders get money from every German it's a tax. I find it good so they're not influenced by companies and politicians. They get their money as Netflix from all 80 million Germans, and the quality of most of the series is bad, and nearly all the movies are awful in quality. That's interesting. If they're all like, you're saying they're all bad, which, I'm not doubting you, but like then you guys just assume consume like, Western television, American television. If you want something good, is it like, is there another, like, I outside of America, I don't know much about life outside of America because I've never had to live out for long outside of America. Most time I spent outside of America was in Afghanistan, and at that point I was literally Star Scourge heirloom. Oh, is this, or is this strength? Okay, there's a bunch of those heirlooms, and they all raise like a single stat. Oh, that was the other thing we got. We got a third talisman slot. Yesterday was productive. It was a very productive day. A bit of a slower stream, but on a movie critic perspective, okay. Are we just not able to open up the front door? Ah, magic butthole. Because of course. So when you said they're awful, I thought that was like your opinion. I thought you were saying that like you think the shows are bad, or nearly all of them are bad or awful. Whoop. Still stuff to explore here. 10 mushrooms. I'll always take more mushrooms. Yeah, sure, why not? And before... There it is. Okay. Hmm. Well, I guess you get to live then. Down here. While this idiot's obsessing over the wall. I come over here and calmly climb up because that guy's an idiot. We also started Ronnie's quest line, which will probably get me the weapon that I'll probably use for the rest of the game. I'm quickly learning that like small, quick, light weapons aren't exactly my favorite. I don't mind this weapon. This weapon's actually been doing good work. It's just I like being able to poise break enemies. So we use this to a point, which is probably why we're gonna try and get. This is why in Germany you watch more American or series from other countries than your own. Yeah, that's something like I've always wondered, like for me, for example, I know like TV and movies and stuff is like Hollywood. Um, but outside of that, I don't really know much about. Holy shit, that sends you all the way here. In the event that you want to skip the entire fucking zone, which, granted, we've done a majority of what we can. There's like a bunch of dragon boss fights and stuff like that out here, but shit. I just sat there. Ooh boy. So, get the fuck out of here. Okay. That's what I was looking to see. So, dude has no idea what's going on, apparently. Yeah, let's go up there. I know that you can get onto that thing. Okay. Whoop. Seems like Redmane Castle is hellbent on keeping me out. Whoop. And they're gonna fail. So our jar buddy is in here. I guess what I might use the summoning feature for this fight, just for the pure spectacle of it. The Radon boss fight it has like a really cool concept, in that like it's supposed to be, and a lot of people they'll just forego like the concept or the lore of the fight. The lore of the fight is it's supposed to be you and like a whole like army of people that are supposed to go and take on Radon. He wants like he's doing this. He's holding a festival or a contest in which I've always seen it as like he's writing a suicide note. He no longer wishes to be alive. And so in this contest, he expects to be beaten, which is why he wants like a whole horde of like people to come and fight him. He's tired of fighting. He's tired of like, everything sucks type of thing. And he's like the lore behind him is kind of silly, where he mastered using gravity magic. Like that's why Radon can use gravity magic. Like the reason he can use some of those attacks. was because he mastered using gravity magic so he can continue to ride his horse. But when it comes to the quality of the series, the public senders are much better than the private senders, which don't get the tax money. They're only for people with low IQ, so they can laugh at people that are even worse than them. Interesting way of phrasing, you know, we just call it garbage TV or junk food TV or trash TV, which ironically has become the learning channel here. That's one of our trash TV channels is TLC, which is hilarious because TLC used to stand for the Learning Channel. And now the joke is that TLC stands for toddlers, lunatics, and children. As in, there's, TLC gave us toddlers and tiaras. Here comes Honey Boo Boo, and like My Strange Obsession, like all these weird TV shows about like crazy people. And why am I going into Redmane Castle already? I guess at this point I should just get the side of grace and then peace out. Come here. You're not getting away. No, no, no. Whoop. Flaming strike. That's pretty cool. Whoop. Have I mentioned that I don't like the flying enemies in these games? Or in this game, at least? Jesus Christ, man. Fucking flying enemies. It was like one of the worst ideas they came up with. Oh god. It's one of the singing ones. Huh? Golden... Ooh. Ooh. We got all our stuff back. We got all of our juice back. I only know that Fox News is on the side of Republican. It's more that Fox News is right wing propaganda and CNN is more kind of like left leaning propaganda. It's propaganda though. Like I'm not gonna try and say that only one side. No, this is a situation where everybody's kind of being really shitty about reporting the news basically. This is a situation where like nobody comes out on top. Nobody's a winner in this situation. Whoop. And it's just because like they all have an agenda. The Democrats want to stop the fascist takeover of America, and the Republicans, for whatever fucking reason, want fascists to take over America. Don't really understand the logic behind that that approach, but it's kind of how I end up seeing it. Is like, yeah, both sides are pretty, you're not very good at this, are you? There you go. You come over here. Alright, you have fun. Bye. I was just gonna leave, but if he's gonna fucking jump all Sometimes the AI in this game does some really. Oh, CNN has a much higher reputation in Germany. Yeah, because they're you know, I imagine Germany's relationship with and please do you're gonna have to like give me some slack here because I'm not fully informed on this, but I would imagine that Germany has a feels a certain way about those types of people being what our Republican Party has become. Um, and I imagine those feelings are quite strong. And you have no desire to see any more of that, I would imagine. So I could understand like how you could get to a point where it's like, yeah, no, we don't you know homie don't play that. I guess is probably the best way to phrase that. Who? Jeez. Um, and the only reason I'm speaking of this on any level is because for a little while I dated somebody who was a Jewish person from Germany, and she kind of helped inform me on like a lot of the stuff that she was seeing. And witnessing, and how she felt about what she was seeing and witnessing during specifically this was during the 2016 election. You always tend to find ourselves talking about politics, but yeah, she would talk to me about like stuff that her grandfather, who was in Germany at that time, and like what he saw, thought, and felt. We're gonna get this guy. And at this point, it's just a matter of him entering line of sight. I would say 3/4. The other ones are even more fascist and want some very bad stuff. I don't want to get No, this is probably where we're gonna. How about that weather today? Go local sports team! Yay, sports ball! You can score the sports point. I believe in you. Um, I didn't see the dog today. I did see the dog. I did check on my former dog. Yesterday though, I took her for a walk and everything. It was really nice. Until the other dogs started showing up and got her all distracted and worked up. It was really, really unfortunate. And out here is yep. Um, shit. I thought there was gonna. Okay. So yesterday I took my dog out for a walk at my girlfriend's request to check on her post surgery. I used to play football. In like grade school, high school. Played a year on the high school football team. I kind of put it down once I like my grades started to slip a little bit in ninth grade. So I was like, all right, well, I can't manage my time well enough to play, high school sports. Can I just teleport out? I can just teleport out. Fort Gale doesn't have anything that we want. We will need to go to Fort... Let's go to Fort Fairhouse now. German or American? American football. A lot of people refer to it as hand egg. But yeah, it's American football that I'm... Whoop. I meant to turn that on. Ow. Okay. We need to be very, like... Yeah, we need to be very careful in here. Yeah, there's guys like this. Okay, we got 3. Let's put this down. Drink up. Nice. Poison. Yep. Yeah, I played a little bit of football. Soccer is much more civilized. For every action they make in American football, you get a red card and sent off the field. Well, that's the difference between soccer and um, handball or whatever you want to call it, or football if you want to call it football. Or... Anyways, we'll call it soccer and football for sake of just simplicity. Um, and soccer is not really designed to be full contact. American football, at the very least, is. It's very intentionally designed to be a sport where you basically try and hit your opponent as hard as you can. Okay. Guy on the ground, I think we're gonna have to leave alone. The guy is on the ground, I should say. Oh god. Ooh boy. Yeah, those guys are pretty tough. I'd rather not. I still have to deal with their bullshit. Of course I do. Well, of course I can't use it when I'm... There we go. And here we go. But yeah, I like soccer's not really designed to be a full contact sport, whereas so like, if in football you're designed, you're wearing all those pads so that when the play starts, you can run into the other people as hard as you possibly can. Like that's kind of, that was the point of the positions I played, except for in high school. In high school I played a wide receiver. And that's how I learned that I was a very weak runner. I'm probably going to have to take a break here soon. And get some wipes for the controller and my hands. There's a bunch of like invisible enemies in this area, so there's a very real chance we'll probably die a whole bunch in here. Ambush ahead. Yes. Yep. Whoop, whoop. Um, when I first watched American football, I saw two group of people that ran into each other mindless. It's not mindless. What you probably thought was mindless was the defense and offense, defensive and offensive lines colliding. You know, the defense is trying to get past that offensive line in order to get to where the ball is and prevent them from moving it down the field. And obviously the offensive line is trying to prevent that from happening as they're basically trying to buy time for the quarterback to either hand the ball off or pass it to somebody. Wide receivers will, go out for passes, and it's not just two, people colliding into one another. They all have like series of plays that they practice and use and strategies and all that type of stuff. So it can look mindless, and I can see how like somebody could see that and think, oh, this is just mindless. Like, I used to think that. I was like, there's no strategy here. And then I actually played the sport myself, and I was like, oh, this is a lot more complicated than I thought it was. Okay. That. Smoldering butterflies, I always welcome. I think we're going to want to go down here. I'm not, and this thing that I'm now going after, I don't have any intention of actually equipping or using. But it's a very useful... It's a very useful item, or would be a useful item to a lot of people. And a lot of people will come to this zone at the start of the game. Yeah, that's where it gets a little bit, a bit trickier, is when you introduce like the strategy that comes with American football. Holy fuck! Oh. Wait. What else hit me? Did something else hit me? Whatever. I don't know. We're gonna have to make our way back. That's gonna be fun. He lies. Alright, that ambush shard is actually proving to be quite the useless piece of crap. So, memorize spell. Let's drop that. Let's see what else we got here. Aha! Stone Ice Crag. Frozen Armament, no. Carrion Piercer, yes. Carrion Piercer is... Carrion Piercer is a really good spell. It's like Carrion Slicer, but slower, but also it's got a much better reach. And then Glintstone Ice Crag is basically like if you want to put frost on something. So amazing. Not as much reach though, apparently. Whoop! Quickly, quickly. Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna get the yuck on me, aren't I? I'm not gonna get the yuck on me this time. Holy crap, this is amazing. Yeah, yeah, football gets like complicated once you get into like the tactics and stuff like that and the strategy of the game. But other than that, yeah, you know, you're kind of right where it's just a bunch of people running into one another. And you know, like I said, for the longest time, I was like, oh, this is a dumb sport. Why do people like this? And I'm like, even now, I'm not like a huge like, oh my god, football's the greatest sport in the world. But I understand more of the sport. Like if you know a friend of mine was like, hey, do you want to come over and watch football? I would be able to do so and not be completely lost as to like what was going on. Whoop. Where the fuck did that rat come from? Oh, hello. Want to see a neat trick with my sword? Did you like that? You want to see it again? Oh, oh man. I was trying to dodge roll. Since recent times, American football gets more interest in. I don't know why that's showing up as 3 stars. I thought I'd turn off. Hold on. Check stream elements. I'm about to turn this fucking bot off, like for good. I don't want sponsorships. Okay. Yeah, we got all that stuff. Um, I need to full screen this real quick and go into the chat bot. Chat ends. Spam filters. Nothing there. No, no. No, I know it's not bannable words. Yeah, for some reason your um, since recent times, American football has gotten more interest. And now the German TV broadcast the Super Bowl. Yes, that's like a huge event over here. Like there's a Discord server I'm on for a streamer called Barbarous King, and he has a channel on his Discord server called the Rat's Nest. I spend a lot of time in there. Some people might have, you know, some of the people you might see in chat are people that I know from there. But I don't know how often they. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh man, no, drink up. All right, just people sprint, go. Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay, it's a good thing I'm just doing this and not actually trying to. I'm gonna get the yuck. I got the yuck. No, get the yuck off of me. The Super Bowl, yeah, Super Bowl it's run and managed by the NFL. Get 12. Let's just get 8. There we go. I'll use a lot of my. I seem to be getting poisoned a lot, so let's. this way, this way, down this way. I hear them spawning. Huh? Whoop. Can they actually come up the ladders? They can. They're like what you get met with. Oh my god! He iframed through it. The absolute legend. Whoop. They show the Super Bowl and the games before. Yeah, so they're broadcasting, you know, the games that lead up to the Super Bowl, so you understand which teams are going to be competing in the Super Bowl. Is basically like the championship for the NFL. Who's, you know, by playing this game, who's determined to be the best, you know, the best team. And there's been a lot of attention on it lately because Taylor Swift has recently taken a huge interest in football, and it probably has a lot to do with her having a partner that I believe is a professional athlete. And I think that's actually kind of cool that she's able to get, like, she's basically reaching a whole new audience for the sport. There are some people who are obviously losing their minds over her enjoying the sport, but it's like, what? Like, why does Taylor Swift enjoying a sport upset you so much? The answer that they would give would be very, very telling of the type of person that person is. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh god. Whoop. Go. I believe down here there are more rats. Aren't there? I thought there was. But yeah, this is Radagon's Source Seal. So it's like this, but like I pointed out yesterday, for, you know, this is the highest tier of this type of talisman. So like if I wanted like insane stats, I could equip this and have like super crazy insane stats, but I'd also take an absolute fuck ton of damage. Because I do believe the damage multipliers, the increased damage that you take, actually I'm gonna Google that. I don't know if that's true or not. I've assumed it to be true because it's like that's the way these games work, but do the sword sealed. You can't stack both the scar seal and the sword seal if that's what you mean, but if you have multiple items that debuff your character, then all of them will stack. And I can tell you, always faster to just kill them. Radagons in that bag because you gain additional HP, hopefully beginning the damage increase quite effectively. Americas will blow a straight hit on your survival, especially if... Okay. We have the Champions League for soccer. It's an international league where the best of each league in Europe play against each other. Yeah, that's sort of. Um, I guess yeah, American doesn't really have that, but we Americans tend to focus more on football, obviously because football is like it's like the sport in this country. It is. It's where everybody goes. It's what everybody has an interest in. Everybody wants to play football. Everybody enjoys watching football. Like football, it used to be baseball. Baseball used to be, people would refer to baseball as like America's sport. Spell, it's wondrous physic. So now, if I wanted to, I could actually, I could do this and this to get like FP back. I just like that you have this little flask that gives you all these like kind of cool buffs, among other things. 4,000. We're gonna go here. Before I go through the rot swamp, that's probably gonna result in me getting invaded and killed a whole bunch. Kinda want to go check out this Everjail. I don't know what's in the Everjail, but I'm curious as to what's in it. Huh? What's going on here? Is that... Alright, I'm not gonna go chasing that thing around. Especially... Ooh, jeez. Great. And a plant got angry at me, so I can't look at my map now. Oh. Oh. So I have to go up here. The countries in Europe are much smaller, so... And they can stand a chance against the NFL and the Super Bowl. Um, yeah. Well, you just actually reminded me of something I read online about. I think it was somebody. It was somebody from Europe was visiting America there, and it was it's funny to Americans when you hear the story. You're just like, oh my god. um, yeah, it kind of puts into perspective like how big this country actually is, like how disgustingly big it is. So these Europeans are visiting America, and they're in California, and they wanted to go to Florida to visit, Disney World. And so they went to, like, they were at the store and they're like, hey, when do you guys close? We want to go see Disney World. They thought they would be able to go to Florida and get back to America inside of like a few hours. Or go to Florida and get back to California inside of a few hours. No, that is a few days. It is a few days, like straight up several days worth of travel. Yeah, there are states in America that are actually like that are bigger than all of Europe, and it's like I don't think a lot of people. Okay, hello you. Whoop. Oh man. Let's top off. Snipe real quick, and then hit cover, drink up. Yeah, I think I can take this guy. Heal up. Ooh, boy. Huh? There we go. I wanted to... Right. Right? Countries of Europe? What did you mean by luck? Okay, that's gone. Okay, that's... So we've got... We can actually do Celia now, if we wanted to, now that we're actually, like, officially in... Oh, yeah, no, that was pure luck that I didn't die to that. You're not wrong. Okay. I think Caleb's gonna... Might be a comeback later, but we can... Well... Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Go here. And oh, we have a lot of runes, so we could probably get a couple levels because that's how it would. Yeah, well, I could get 7,000 runes and. Hmm. It's one of these. Oh, that's only 2,000. Gross. Tempted to just pop this thing because I'm not gonna. Yeah, just use it. Yes. He doesn't have anything that I want. Yes. Now let's head into. I wouldn't say we're not gonna head into these. Oh, okay. I know exactly where we're going now. Okay, great. So we don't need to like this whole area is fucking gross. Um, and you can get invaded in here. And when it does happen, it is very unpleasant. So yeah, there's a thing you can do here. This guy over here is a boss. If you wish, if you have a desire to not fight this boss, you could stand over here. I'm not gonna do this. This is for demonstration purposes only. I'm gonna go back to the site of grace after I do this. But yeah, you can stand over here, and you'll have to like work around these guys. But then you can just kind of pelt this guy however you want, and you don't have to deal with all that bullshit over there. It's a cheese for this boss. We're not doing that though. We're gonna go down and get dirty, and actually fight the guy. So we're gonna go reset the guy at the that's Commander O'Neill. He has something that we need for a quest. Monarchs. Game. Smithing stones. You know, we have a bunch of... Something chasing after me? No. Okay, it's right next to me. What am I doing? I can just... Oh, fuck off. Annoying ass little prick. I lost track of the site of grace. And this annoying little shit won't leave me the fuck alone. So I can't open up my... Here, you little fucking kiss. I can hear him. Yeah, you need to be careful with those guys. If you're not... Wait, if you do enough damage to them... How am I, like, standing right on top of it and I can't see it? There it is. Okay. Never understand why high schools have their own... It's because Americans in general are, like, insanely competitive about literally everything. And so we introduce competition to children at a very young age. It's probably the best way to put that.
Well, I took you no matter it out your arm.
Okay. So we got enough for 3. Okay. I think we have enough to get this up. And then we have enough to get up to plus like 13. Holy shit. That's great. I'm not worrying about smithing stones, mainly because the item that I'm going to switch over to when I get to it, which is why we're going after Radon now, doesn't use... It uses somber smithing stones. Yeah, and college football for some people is more entertaining to them than professional football, and that's because college football players, at least in America, they're trying to get signed on by professional teams, and so they play harder, and you'll see them like put more effort into their gameplay, into how they... So very warm, yes. Okay. Making sure she didn't have anything else. Okay, get up so we can use the stupid blessing and get rid of our HP debuff. There we go. See if Ellie has changed at all.
In this ash. It reminds me.
Okay, no. Interesting. Look at this. Great runes. It's the only one I have so far. Well, I technically have 2 great runes, but only one of them is equipable, because this one allows you to respec. Unfortunately, we don't have any larval tiers, so we can't respec right now. And even if I could, I currently don't have a desire to do so. While I think incantations in this game are better, I am having fun with the sorceries in this game right now. I think what I might do, we're gonna try the commander fight. We're gonna try it one way and see how it plays out. Shit. Don't want to aggro those guys. Those guys, they are very aggressive and they do a lot of damage. All right, let's go die a bunch to this boss. Okay. Now they're all buffed up. Oh. Huh? Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck away from what looks like a... Yeah, that looks like a Scarlet Rot attack. I don't want anything to do with. Oh, God, that clipped me extra good. Woo! This is so cheap. Oh, I'm gonna get hit hard. Whoop. Nope. You stay the fuck away from me with that shit. Okay, I don't have anything at all. He's frostbitten. Okay. I got my regen though, so it's okay. I'm doing all right. Shit! Fuck away from that. Woo! I still have one more of these. Okay, let's. Whoop. There you. Whoop. Oh, that was too early. Too late. Go. Woo. Germany is much more relaxed, where when you can like a sport, go into a club and play it there when you're good, and once you become a professional, you could go to a kind of school run by the professional clubs. Yeah, it seems mostly like luck based here in America. I don't know too much about it. I just know that like a lot of like scouts for professional teams they'll go to colleges. Go. And taco touchdown. The clam slam. Commander standard. And unalloyed golden needle. That's what we need. That's the big thing that we're looking for is the unalloyed or unalloyed or whatever you want to call it, golden needle. Let's level up our intelligence 1 point. And I kind of start alternating between health and intelligence. We've got to get our intelligence up if we want to use better equipment. Oh, man. Speaking of alloy or whatever you want to call it, Horizon Forbidden West launched today on Runaway, okay. That's a big fucking dragonfly. Caled is, you know, somehow I think American when I hear American football, I must also think about the end boss fight of Mount. You're talking about the Senator, was it Senator Armstrong or whatever? I unfortunately I don't know too much about the plot of Metal Gear Rising. I just know it has something to do with children's brains being stolen, and an American politician is apparently behind it, I guess. That's the extent of what I know about that game. I watched Barbarous King play it, and I remember nothing other than the game being fucking nutty as hell and having a really good soundtrack. Rules of Nature seem to be the favored song from that game. At least in his chat, it did. And if it wasn't copyrighted music, I'd play the crap out of it because, well, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's bad music. People like it for a reason. I'm not going to sit there and try and tell them that they're wrong and not enjoy it just because the lyrics are a bit cringe, but game? Okay. Oh. I was sitting there pressing the jump button like 5 times and it didn't. God. Alright, we have the unalloyed golden needle.
You found the unalloyed gold needle. As promised, I've detailed the secret of Celia right here. Go on.
I've already
Now let me have a look at the needle.
I've already done the secret of Celia.
Well, this is a marvel indeed. The work of a true artisan, a meticulous, bold craftsman who grasps the essence of life. Can you give me some time with this? As well made as it is, it won't be much use snapped in half, will it? Can you give me as well made?
Okay. So I think it's like somewhere up here we have to go, or is it? I think there's a church somewhere nearby that we need to. Yeah. So I guess the game expects you to then go into Celia, do the secret, which I already did. We can see all the things are lit up, and we're gonna go fight. I think that's gonna be the next boss fight that we take on is the Celia boss. Um, yeah. Now that we've done, those are fucking danger dogs, man. Oh hi, Lucaria. Do. Whoop. Yeah, I don't know too much about Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Maybe that would be that could be a game that I play on stream, but not for a while at least. I'm planning on doing like Lies of P and other games that are similar to this, but also one game that I kind of want to show off that I don't think gets enough attention. And this is gonna people are gonna get there's a subplot, the main story that Senator wants to break down a war. He has the ideology that only the strong should rule and that justice is always in favor of these individual people. Well, that sounds like that again. That was a platinum game though, wasn't it? I was gonna say that would align with Hideo Kojima being a prophetic motherfucker, but I don't think he had anything to do with Metal Gear Rising. Okay, so we're gonna get assaulted by a boulder relatively soon. You want to try and avoid getting hit by said boulder. It will hurt a lot if you do get hit by it. And there's a church over there. We want to go to that church. We don't want to go through the front door, though. Whoop. That's nice. Yeah, there's little pest dudes out in the front. We haven't seen what they can do on stream, but anybody who's played this game for at least a few hours has a good idea of what they can do. We're gonna go talk to this nice, well, not so nice, but all the same, we should talk to this person. That is Millicent. Her quest line is very long and involved. He wrote the story. Platinum Games made the gameplay. So okay, then Hideo Kojima is still being prophetic.
Well, it matters not. If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse, not to be meddled with by man. If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh. If you are my flesh, brag.
Okay. Go to the back streets. Oh yeah, the game that I wanted to get more eyes on. It's an old. When I say old, I'm using like all caps, OLD, fucking old game. I discovered it back in 1997 due to a friend giving me a copy of the game and being like, "All right, play this." He just like he just walked into my computer room when I was a kid, put the disc down on my desk, and then said, "Play this," and then just went off to like work or something like that. I forgot what he did, but he didn't stick around to see what I thought. I can't move. All right, just get lost. There we go. So the game that I wanted to promote, that my friend just dropped off on my desk, was a game called Dungeon Keeper. A lot of people that I do know really, really like that game. I really, really like that game. I think it's a really unique and interesting game. But it's something that, like, when I've tried to like look up let's plays and stuff like that of that game, you don't really find anything modern or good. And, for rightfully so. It's not a modern game, so getting it to run on a modern computer isn't exactly what we'd call easy. This is the staff that we are going to be using once we have the stats to use it. Lusat's glintstone staff. So let's take a look at this. Apparently, obviously we need a lot more intelligence to use it. Staff of the primeval glintstone sorcerer Lusat. Only those who have glimpsed what lies beyond the wisdom of stone may wield it. Enhances the power of all sorceries, but consumes additional FP. If you'll notice that, like, the stats that we don't have, staves that we don't have stats to use, have low sorcery scaling. Then you go to one that doesn't have low sorcery scaling, and it's not the case. MGS to a game 22 years ago. He foresaw ChatGPT and other AI stuff. I think the advent of AI was a very inevitable and unavoidable thing. I don't think that we were ever gonna not have that. So that would have been a very safe prediction to make. Platforming in Elden Ring. Why am I doing this? Oh. Okay. Well, I'm done messing around with that. Let's go do a quick once over of Celia. Make sure we didn't leave anything behind. We did. We need to get on top. If we get on top, we come over here. Jump up like so. And over here like so. Okay. Get up here. Ooh, I can I wonder if I can reach that with this bow. Oh, Dungeon Keeper? Dungeon Keeper is, in my opinion, it's a at the time, it was like, games like that, the standard trope was, you're the good guy, you're gonna vanquish evil. And Dungeon Keeper takes that and turns it on its head in some of the best ways imaginable. And this is from like the heydays of gaming, like when Bullfrog was still around before EA fucked them up, when when games were made to be fun and not made to be some sort of shitty live service that screws people out of their money instead of out of their time. That's what I think gaming should be all about, is a way to spend time. And so many people are like, oh, it's going to rot your brain. No. That's a myth. That's been disproven. It's as false as claiming that, video games cause violence. The only time I get violent over a video game is, well, the amount of times I've gotten violent over a video game is a grand total of 0 times. Another staff. Huh. Yeah, Dungeon Keeper is a very interesting game. It's probably the best way to. We're gonna head back over here. Actually, there's something I need to do. Yeah, that's. We're not gonna worry about her too much. It's not yet. We had to meet her though. Oh boy. Let's avoid. Give those things a wide berth. Those are enemies that I would advise against ever fighting. Okay, we're heading in like this direction basically. I mean, that's where we need to be going. Okay, so how are we gonna go about this? Going along over here and hopping down like so, I would imagine. Avoid those poisonous assholes and that poisonous asshole. Jesus Christ, they're everywhere. Holy shit. Poison Bros are out in force tonight. So yeah, that big giant over there, we want to go take care of him. Oh, excuse me. He has no idea that I'm here. Uh-oh. I've been spotted. Whoop. Whoop. Wow, that hitbox lingered for a bit, didn't it? Give me my regen. Right, well, you're clearly out of your fucking mind with... Bye. Thank you for the top off.